it's out. It's like, oh, so excited and just so happy. It's just out.
Yeah, and I love that it happened in Japan. Japan is like, of all places in the world, it's this amazing mix of individuality, but also order. And like the aesthetic is so like, they're just the coolest people in the world. And there's this undercurrent of like weird, kinky shit, but then on the surface, it's all very like, it's a crazy place.
Yeah. It's like Tristan in a nutshell.
I'll take that as a compliment. Did you eat? Sorry, I'm going to keep talking about Japan because I'm the biggest Japan fan. Did you eat all the food till you felt sick? That's all we did was just eat for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, we ate all of the food, climbed Mount Fuji, got to the summit. No, got to the station before the summit. So we're chilling there. It's been I was chilling there. And then you wake up, we had the breakfast, sit on your knees, which was really hard for me because knees are gone. And then we wake up and they're like, the weather's that bad that you can't go to the summit. So we did not get to go to the summit. It was so annoying.
And I was in a like a retreat spa with Kirsty in Hakone, which is like,
that's where we went to Hakone.
There we go. Got the free pass from Shibuya. I was lying in this like Olsen type thing, you know, like the hot spring with Kirsty, looking up at Mount Fuji, and I was like, it's fucking cloudy up there, and Brad's up there. It was like a black ring around, like it was hideous. So I was like, he's not doing that. And then,
I know it sounds mad, but that was honestly like, that was one of the best experiences of my life. It was unbelievable. You feel so, I sound really hippie, but you feel so centered and grounded doing it because you just like, your phone switched off, you're kind of meeting loads of really like-minded people, and it's just, I don't know whether it's the air gets really thin and you're just like, this is sick. But it was so good.
Just hallucinating. Yeah, we were in Hakone. My husband's like dream was to climb Mount Fuji, and same thing, weather bad, but we couldn't even like see the mountain. Like you couldn't even, it was just like white. Couldn't even see it from the ground. We were like, this sucks. But
you should definitely do it.
But that is, I guess, one of the, you know, like there's so many blessings about what we all get to do, you know, as far as our jobs but traveling the world has got to be, you know, one of the best things. And when you're at this point and you're facing a new album, and even though the release is different now because, you know, you won't be promoting it in the same way, you still know that eventually you'll have to hit the road and you'll be touring again. You'll be filling out O2 arenas again. No big deal. But what do you reckon you'll change about the way you do it? Like when you look at the future and you go, okay, we're going to be on the road again for a year, and you grow and you learn and you get, you know, better at doing everything as you go. So this time around, you know, you're older, you're wiser. How do you approach it differently?
I don't know if we're wiser.
Yeah, you are.
You realise that we had a couple, especially early on in the band, we had a couple of moments where we'd come back from tours and like my mates would go, oh, how was Brazil, or how was there? And I'd be like, actually, I don't really, because it was airport, hotel, gig, out. And I think you've really got you don't get a lot of time in places, but you've got to take advantage of seeing these places because there's so much growth to be had as a person by going out and experiencing different cultures and exposing yourself to different people from different walks of life. And I think getting the opportunity to do that with the people who are your best friends and doing the thing that's your passion and your love is we're very blessed to do that. So I think moving forward, we'll make sure that you take advantage of every time that you're in a place. And then also having the album that was 100% written with this like you say, we know what we're going into this time around. We know we're going to tour the album. We know that we're going to gig it on festivals. And I think having that in mind when you're writing an album is changes the way that you do it, because you're like, how's this going to translate in a live setting? So that's another exciting thing, is taking that album into a touring schedule for 2 years. That's going to be really exciting to do.
Before I let you go, I want to hear from each of you favorite song on Cherry Blossom and why. Go for it.
again, this is such a shit reply, but I think this album, like we deliberately, we wrote 10 songs for it. There's actually 11 because there's a bit of an intro type thing, but there's 10 songs which you've never done before. And because there's only 10, the whole album is a body of work like we've never done before. So there is like a real start, middle and end. And it's a collective of songs that are, for me, equally as important as the other ones. So like, I don't really think there's one. I think there's always going to be something really special about the first song you release off an album. And I think sort of like the hours that were thrown into like making the video right and all the visuals for Married in Vegas. So I think that's probably the one that I'll remember the most up to this point. Ask me in like 6 months and get single, and I'll probably say that one, but probably Married in Vegas at the moment.
Now, is everyone going to say that? Every track's their favourite? Should I bother asking everyone? It's like when you say, what's your favourite colour? And they say, rainbow.
For me, first impression was a song called Chemicals. Production, extremely different to what we've ever done before. It set the tone for the album. I think we got that just before Christmas. We wrote that before Christmas, and then that set the trend.
Sick.
I just love that song. Just like, I think it's going to be sick live. But I think emotional connection, and because we've worked on it for so long, and really like kind of obsessed over it for the last couple of years, treading water.
I'd love to hear that you obsessed over something. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, a bit like weirdly obsessed. No rooms with that song.
I think at the moment for me, Glory Days, it changes like every week. I listen in like Ubers and stuff, and I'm like, I love this one. And then it changes. But I think at the moment, Glory Days, because it's like got a sense of like hopefulness, and I think everyone at the moment needs a bit of that right now, you know. So yeah,
I love that. That's beautiful.
I think Better is a song I'm really proud of. It's one of those nice moments where it was like super cathartic and super like, I remember walking away from writing it and being like, I feel better than when I went into writing the song. And then also it came out like really like it just captured something for the album that did in the production and everything. I think I can't wait for people to hear that song. So Better for me at the moment.
Well, you can't wait. We can't wait. As you know, Australia is frothing over the Vamps. We can't wait to have you back for a couple of beers and some hangs, whenever that is going to be. But good on you, boys. Thank you for being so generous with your time today and being fun. And let's all go to Japan one time.
Let's actually climb Fuji next time. Let's all do it.
Yes, we'll get Angus along post-wedding. Maybe he can really marry. He's good. He's so good. He's living his best life, playing video games all day, even though he lives with his girlfriend now. I'm like, Angus, you're in your 30s. You have to stop playing Call of Duty for 8 hours a day. He's like, no, fucking love it. It's just cool. I love you, boys. Take care of yourselves. Give each other hugs from me. And I'm glad 50% of the band got the sick denim jacket. The other two.
We love you. We'll see you soon, hopefully, yeah?
Yes. Bye, guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah.